Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Command This. It is March 21st. Thursday night. Weekly live stream. We didn't come live on Monday, but we're back at it here Thursday for our weekly live stream. I'm your boy, Steve. I'm joined by my fantastic co-host, Mr. Phil Credible. And we got Debster Domus down below, president of the Todd Samuels fan club, also known as Todd in our group. Washington.
JD stand for? Does stand for Jack Daniels, Jayden Daniels, or Jack Dix? We're gonna find out.
That's why we're here, right? That's why.
Damn, I hit that 2 minutes in. Sorry, guys, we just got demonetized.
Fatality.
That's okay. It's all good. That's why we're here. You know, that's what we bring to the table. We bring the good laughs, the good fun, and occasionally good food if you come to the tailgate.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. And I'm going to pistol whip the next person that says shenanigans. Anyone got the line?
No.
Hey, Farver. What's that place you like to go? You like to go eat at?
I don't have a gun. I just go, oh.
I know. So that Phil got it. It's from Super Troopers, Dev. Remember? They're all getting high.
I've never seen Super Troopers, bro.
What? Okay, I can't really get on Phil for not liking puppies anymore if you haven't seen the movie Super Troopers. Or not liking Paul Rudd.
Where does this thing come from? I don't like puppies.
I think not liking Paul Rudd is a code of not liking
Right.
him.
No. Yeah. Puppies are cute and adorable. Paul Rudd is kind of boring.
Damn, you don't think Paul Rudd's cute and adorable?
I know, right? I think everyone thinks he is.
Yeah.
We got Miss Tia in the chat. Tia, thank you for joining us. Tia Holloway joining us from YouTube says, "What's up, fellas?" Thank you for joining. Tia was punching us, telling us to get started. We were on the way. Brandon Cole said, "What's up, fellas? I'm close on time today." Yes, we were a little bit late getting started, but we are happy to have you, sir. Cheers to a Thursday night. And Ryan Elias says, "Oakland, Kentucky." Yes, it's March Madness going on right now.
Yeah.
Oakland was going. I'll tell you what. I've never watched a single.
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Never watched a single Oakland game, University of Oakland game ever.
I didn't know it existed. I live in Kentucky.
All they do is foul you and shoot threes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that place existed, and I live in Kentucky.
Hey, there's this Japanese shooting guard on Nebraska. You guys seen him yet? Kid's dope, man. Keisei Tominaga. Hopefully I pronounced that right. 23 years old. He's really good, man. He doesn't miss. He played the other day, man. Just check him out. He's 6'2", 179. Plays for Nebraska. I don't know if he's a shooting guard or guard. I've only seen the highlights, but
6'2", 179. That's going to be a point guard if he goes pro.
Yeah, that's a big guy, big for that Japanese guy. But he's not like ripped or anything. He's a lefty too, which is kind of weird. He has like a Steph Curry sort of just shooting from anywhere, and he's going to blow up in this tournament. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I don't act like Ryan said it. He's the Asian Steph. There you go. So. Jay Martell, what's up, Jay? How are you? How you living? How you doing? Let's try to get some people in here from the Facebook group, and you know how we do that. We tag everyone, and we say, come join us. Let's talk.
Lesbian seagulls.
Yes.
Here
Here we go. All right, fellas, so we had some good. Let me turn the music off here just a second, and let's get into the show. Now that we have everybody here. All right, Jay Martell, thank you for joining us, bro. We appreciate it.
Okay, so everyone in chat. We got press F to pay respects to Steve's spelling ability because I corrected him on this earlier today.
No, I have an E instead of an I.
You have to call him out on it.
Because I already told him about it earlier today.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good catch.
Diligence.
To pay respects to Steve and his spelling ability.
I
Fatality.
failed. I had one job to do and I couldn't do it. I apologize. F-. Hopefully not what the Commanders get in a draft grade this year. So Yeah, I'm in Japan. Thank you for joining us. Said morning, fellas. Just had a closing ceremony. I have a few things to take care of.
The Magneto to Mr. Todd's Professor Xavier.
Yeah, but my time as a teacher with students is over, other than seeing them off to home in about 90 minutes. Yam, we salute you and your time in Japan. Thank you for your service, spreading the love of English to the Japanese students. I was telling these guys, go check out Keisei Tominaga, the shooting guard from Nebraska. Apparently, he's pretty.
I've been watching that. I've been
Hey,
looking at
you know what?
Shogun. That show is awesome.
Yeah.
Yam in 8 days. Yam's going to be bringing back all that undubbed fresh anime from Japan back to the United States
Yes.
because
Yes.
he will be back.
Man, I kind of don't even want to have this thing up now that it's all misspelled. Look at that. You know what? I'll leave it because I went up to I stand on business. I stand on my fact that I didn't spell right.
It looks like you stand on hooked on phonics.
It does. That's twice in one day I messed it up. Man. Well, without any further ado, for those you don't know, Adam Peters was at the pro day for one Caleb Williams. Now all 32 teams were there, believe it or not. But it's kind of gaining a little bit of traction on social media. I don't want to blow it out of proportion, but I will present a picture of one said Adam Jerome Peters hugging Caleb Williams. Now, I don't know how many other GMs he stopped to hug and dap up. Dan Quinn was there too. All 32 teams were there, but this is a clear picture. And shout out to Carl Diesel, Rigo70 Chip on Twitter for this picture. Adam Peters hugging up Caleb Williams. Does this mean any?
That's a 2-arm hug, guys. That's that wasn't the old pull in 1-arm bro hug.
Yeah, that wasn't just the tap on the shoulder. That was a kind of a little bit of intimacy there, right? As Yan would say, it's just a hug. People blowing it out of proportion.
No, I wish we had video of this so I could analyze it like the Zapruder film. You know, it's like back and to the left, back and to the left.
Yeah, well, it's okay. It doesn't mean anything. I don't think it means anything. But if
I'll
people
tell you
are
what it means,
blowing it out of proportion,
I already put it in the chat.
Phil says hashtag Caleb to DC for the audio crowd or those who are watching this on the replay. Caleb to DC. I don't know. Yeah, Brandon. It's Shogun is on FX Hulu. If you wish to watch it, it's fantastic. Highly recommend it. Chef's kiss. Badass Lord Tipsy. What's up, Lord? Good evening, fellas. I'm recalibrated and ready to roll into the weekend. I think we all are too.
Hey, by the way, while we're talking about movies, streaming, X-Men 97 is the shit, bro.
Is it?
Oh my God, it is the shit. If you grew up watching the X-Men, shit coming on in the 90s, this is the shit. It's like they kind of morphed the new animation with the old one, and then they like all the action sequences are like new age. It's dope, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Greg Delaney, thanks for joining us. So this means meh. Yep, it probably does. It's just gaining some traction in the Washington fan base.
It's what our GM should be doing. It's what our coaching staff should be doing.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility that this guy comes to us? Absolutely. So why not? Go see what happens. The Bears may say, look, we don't like any of the offers we're getting for the number 1 pick, but we know this guy doesn't want to come here. So we'll draft Jayden Daniels.
Right. Now, did either one of you watch Caleb Williams' pro day? I didn't watch it, but I watched the highlights on YouTube.
I saw some highlights.
It was nothing crazy. It was nothing special. It was a pro day.
Most of these pro days are not impressive to me.
I mean, a lot of times they
always highlights. I've never sat down and watched them. Like, I've never watched a pro day.
Doesn't mean I don't think it means anything. But if
I'll
people
tell you
are
what it means.
blowing it out of proportion,
we
we have a comment in the chat saying Jayden Daniels at 2. Hashtag Caleb to DC for the audio.
What happened? What's going on here?
We have a comment in the chat saying Jayden. Hit that StreamYard link at the top of this
hashtag
post. Flip over to YouTube DC for the audio. There's we can see your name. If you hit that StreamYard link at the top of this post, hit that StreamYard link at the top of this post. Hashtag.
I don't know what's going on.
Steve, I've cut you off for a second because something was going wrong, and I am not about to have
The AI took over.
I've cut you off for a second.
I don't know.
Because something was going wrong. And I am not about to have
the AI took over.
I've cut you off for a second.
I don't know.
Because something was going wrong. And I am not about to have it.
Gentlemen, are we okay?
I've cut you off for a second.
I don't know. Hello.
Because something was going wrong.
No,
and I am not about to have it.
Gentlemen, are we okay?
It's Steve. It's something with Steve.
Hey, live TV, fellas, or live whatever.
It's something with Steve. Steve.
It gives me time to talk about the X-Men. Hey, man, the X-Men cartoon is dope as fuck, bro. You need to watch it.
The only thing I saw is everybody complaining that apparently Gambit looks like you.
I mean, dude, he wore mascara on the old ones. He wore a baklava and a mascara in 1996 when it went off. That's what he had on. And a fucking trench coat, bro. Like, he had a pink breastplate, bro. Like, what do you think this guy was gonna look like?
Oh, I know. I just saw people complaining, and I thought
he looked like a 90s hairband. Like, what do you think this guy was gonna look like?
Oh, I know. I just saw people complaining, and I thought
he looked like a 90s hairband. Like, what do you?
Steve, do you have our podcast playing in the background at all?
He looked like a 90s hairband. Like, what do you?
Steve, do you have our podcast playing in? It was his mic.
It has to be his mic. I muted him.
Was it my audio? Video?
No, it's playing back what we were talking about.
It was basically replaying our podcast at about a 10-second delay.
Oh, I apologize. That's the case. No, I was.
And then the more we talk, it would keep doing it. So literally, I was hearing.
Oh, no! I had it open for a second. I was trying to type into Mark with the link, but okay. No, I killed it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm like,
I apologize. I apologize.
Way unprofessional, Steve.
It is.
Steve,
fuck.
Shame on me. You are not being a service to to half of your genetics right now.
Right. How's an Asian guy gonna be bad at? How's an Asian guy be bad at tech, man?
And spelling in one day. So
right.
Spelling and technology.
I bet none of your students would have fucked that up.
This is why live, this is what happens when you're live, man. We no shame.
Oh, the comments have been having fun with it. It's Brandon Cole says malfunction. Yam says the Matrix broke. Brandon says, surprise, fellas? Of course, it's Steve. LOL. Damn, Steve, I didn't know you had anybody to ever say anything negative about you.
Yeah, it's okay.
But
all good.
Anyway.
All love. So back to Peters at the Pro Day. So all 32 teams showed up at Caleb Williams Pro Day and at USC on Wednesday. Of course, the Bears sent the full package. Ryan Poles, Eberflus, their offensive coordinator. Keenan Allen was there. If you've seen the clip of him dapping up Keenan Allen, we had Peters, Dan Quinn, and Cliff Kingsbury. And so I know this is nothing. This is not a big deal, but I just wanted to show it because who knows? Everyone's just doing their due diligence. That's the name of this episode 260 for your boys. This is due diligence. So if it would be foul of them to not be there, right?
True.
No, you absolutely should be there. Do you read anything to it? Well, if we end up drafting him, obviously you do.
Right.
But I mean, they should be at anybody who's in the top 5, top 10 even. You should be there because stock goes up, stock goes down.
Yeah.
You should be at Brock Bowers. You should be at Joe Alt. You should be at Marvin Harrison Jr. You should be at Olu Fashanu. You should be at Jayden Daniels, Drake May, Caleb Williams. Hell, JJ McCarthy, because all of a sudden he's now projected to possibly go in the top 10.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second.
Amazing. It's just you go and you make sure you have all the info you need on anyone that could even be a remote possibility.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Look who's here. Mr. Todd Samuel Peters. Dan Quinn was at Notre Dame Pro Day. Who are they spying at Notre Dame?
Well, according to Todd, they were spying an LSU offensive coordinator because that makes sense. Yeah, I'm going to go all the way to Notre Dame just to talk to another coach's offensive
When I
coordinator.
can't pick up the phone and just call him? Because no, not going to do that.
Called telephones, Todd.
Yeah.
And there's these things called Skype and Zoom and
yeah.
Hell, I don't care if they got on that old school Yahoo video chat.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Video phone, whatever you call those things. There's a million ways they could talk to that guy. They were talking to him because they probably know him because everybody in the coaching business knows each other.
Facts.
And all that. So, but I mean, it does the fact that they were talking to LSU's offensive coordinator mean as much as them going to see Caleb Williams pro day? Might be. It's gathering info, gathering intel,
right?
All that. Alan Hester dropping in on Facebook as a Facebook user.
What's good, Adam? Or excuse me, Alan. Got Adam Peters on the brain, man. We can't help it. Thank you,
guys. How are you doing? I just want to make sure he was recognized since he came up as a Facebook user.
Yeah, that's right.
But 2 Up 2 Down says Cam Hart.
Oh, okay. Shout out Brandon Cole with the $5 super
rich bitch
towards fixing Steve's mic. Listen, I think I have a pretty good mic setup. All right, I really think I do. It was a glitch in the matrix. I had this Facebook stream going on in the background just so we can see who you guys are, but I normally leave that up to Phil. And I probably should have left it up to Phil, but I was trying to be cute and have it in the background just to, just in case. But
I got it up. Don't worry. If I ever don't have it up, I'll let you know.
I apologize. Brandon Cole, thank you very much. We got
a $4.99 super sticker from Ryan Elias.
Oh, Ryan, goated. Thank you much. Like I said, always appreciate it. Never
muting spam.
Never asked for it. Thank you.
I think I don't know. Did you do that, or is he making a request?
Maybe is that hush money? Is that a hush money payment?
Well, if that's the case, I just put that all on blast.
Thank you, Brandon, and thank you, Ryan. Much appreciated. But Todd brings some flavor to the crew of the one flavor, not 31 flavors. He's the one flavor.
Steve, you're gonna have to participate. You're gonna have to perform what's it called, seppuku or whatever.
I cannot stand the shame. I will take my own life.
You got to.
Man, the one time I mess up.
Seppuku, man.
High standards.
It's funny. You are right. Todd brings a lot of flavor to the chats and everything else. Now, granted, it's a single flavor. It is pistachio. And
it's licorice.
And it's pistachio and it's extra nutty.
Ew.
But nonetheless, it is at least a flavor. Yeah. So now here's the thing. And I asked him this earlier today. We had an interesting conversation at 6 o'clock in the morning because at 6 o'clock in the morning, he's online talking about Jayden Daniels. It is 9 o'clock at night. He's online talking about Jayden Daniels. Either this dude works night shift.
He knows what he likes.
Or he's.
What if he's Jayden Daniels pretending to be Todd Samuels?
Well, then Jayden Daniels needs to invest some money from the NIL on a PR team.
That's it. We have just figured it out. Todd Samuels is really Jayden Daniels.
What? Did we give you the inception button, man? That's like a dream within a dream.
Whoever Jayden Daniels thinks he's dating off of Tinder, it's actually Todd Samuels. He's pulling
oh man, that's terrible.
Oh, dude. All right, let's move on to RG3. So RG3, if you ever watch his podcast, RG3 and the Ones, I recommend it. Made a little quick video about what he thinks, continuing on the Caleb Williams track, what he thinks Caleb Williams should do. And I want to show this very quickly just to generate some discussion and see what you guys think. So without any further ado, share your thoughts and let me know.
Caleb Williams should pull a Eli Manning and demand that the Chicago Bears. not draft him number 1 overall? After everything that's happened with Justin Fields, can Caleb?
Do you guys hear this?
You can't. There's a bit of an echo effect, but you can hear him.
Okay.
Williams really look at that and say, you know what? This is the organization that has my best interest at heart, and they're going to help develop me into the player that I want to become. Caleb Williams is on record saying that he wants to be legendary. He wants to rewrite history, and he wants to be the best that he can possibly be and win the most games he can possibly win.
All right. So I can't hear it on my screen, but I don't know what
you froze that at such a beautiful moment.
I know. So I just want to get to this point about what he really thinks. So he started off talking about why Caleb Williams should do what he should do and how he thinks he should pull an Eli Manning because he does have the power, and them trading Justin Fields was just a sign, and they're possibly on a lame duck year with the head coach, the GM. So what he goes on to say is what I want to show right here.
Yes, I do think him going back to Washington, where he's from, he's a D.C. kid, went to Gonzaga College High School. Okay, I think that's the best spot for him. But he has to answer that question. And if he says, all right, I see everything that's been going on, and now I can make the decision and say, I don't think that the Chicago Bears are the best place for me or my family to accomplish all the goals that we want to accomplish, then he needs to let that be known. He does have power right now, and he should exercise.
Good enough for government work. So RG3 said Caleb Williams should go to Washington. Now that's kind of ironic coming from RG3, is it not? Having been on what you've been through, but what do you guys think? And tell us in the chat, what do y'all think about RG3's recommendations? Should he pull that card and play that card and make a push to come to Washington? Dev, let's start with you.
Dev, you are muted.
Muted. Oh, Dev. Oh, Dev. Oh, you're on fire. Go ahead. What do you think, Dev?
Froze on me. What'd you say?
Oh, I said, what do you think about RG3's recommendation about Caleb should pull an Eli Manning and say, you know what, Bears? I don't want to go to Chicago. And he says he should go to
but what if he wants to go to Chicago though?
That's fine. I'm just telling you.
Why are we assuming? I mean, I didn't want to. I left home. I didn't want to.
No. That's not the.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to.
We're not. Caleb Williams is not in this equation. We're just saying, right. What do you think about Robert Griffin's recommendation to him to do that, because he does have power in this situation?
It's both. I think he's probably correct in saying it, but I also think it's weird for him to say it that you should want to go to Washington. Aren't we used to RG3 saying stay the fuck away from Washington? That might be just a tribute to how things have been going since we got new ownership and new front office.
Yeah, he trashes the team, but I think he's objectively saying there's a better situation for you in Washington than there is in Chicago. That's the takeaway from this.
You think so, though?
I mean, you're starting from scratch. You have a new owner, a new GM. I mean, look at what they're doing.
I'm saying from Caleb's perspective,
they're going to build around him.
You don't think Chicago is going to build around him? They traded a quarterback.
Chicago has mismanaged their team for how many years?
And we haven't.
But we have a new owner. We have new everything. They don't have new everything. Go ahead, Phil.
Oh, no, I was just, my hand motions were agreeing with you. I was doing no, but.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's feel like they probably have a better talent. They had more talent on the Bears, in my opinion.
Welcome, Deuce. Red Zone Lab, RedZoneLab.com. Check out Deuce. Deuce says it's his fault. A lot of people are scared of Jayden Daniels. Just slide RG3. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, the problem is that Jayden Daniels runs like RG3.
He got more wiggle than RG, man.
Yeah, but he has the same field vision. He'll take those hits. That's actually like one of my two. Every quarterback in this draft, like there's you write your pros, you write your cons. My two biggest cons with Jayden Daniels, we've already talked about, so I'm not going to talk about them right now. But as far as Caleb Williams, who I think is the most polished of the big three in this draft, Griff's right. He does have power in a situation. Players are exercising their power left and right more and more, because you got to remember, this is the only professional sports, where you leave college and they tell you where you're going to go work. You don't get to pick where you go to work. It's like if you're an engineer and you're
the Commanders GM.
You're an engineer. You graduate from Virginia Tech. You go out and they tell you have to go work for the company X or company Y. You don't have a choice in the matter.
Right.
And you have to work for them for 4 years unless they get rid of you. So you got to exercise whatever control you can create for yourself. And why not? Caleb Williams comes here, new coach, new owner, fan base. We are. It is all new, everything.
All new.
Where else can you have the opportunity to establish yourself as God? And you're the hometown kid, all right? Not only is he a hometown kid, like he's not like hometown kid who went to Potomac. He's hometown kid. He went to Gonzaga. He is WCAC, all right? That's as DC gets if you're a WCAC kid, all right? Because that is the best, some of the best athletics in the country, high school wise, is WCAC. So, because of that, he would come to DC, and if he is good, he is God here. He can put himself on a very high pedestal very quickly before he takes his first snap.
Yeah.
And then when he does take that first snap, and if he's good, he's God tier at that point. Fan base is going to love him, minus Todd Samuel.
Yeah.
But if we had to lose one to gain $1 million, I am perfectly fine with that. All right. Sacrifices must be made.
Must be made.
But why not? Caleb Williams can be that guy here. He can go to Chicago and be the guy, right? But there's be the guy, and then there's be
that guy. Hey, Nat Rivers joined us from YouTube. Thank you very much. Bobby 36 was the most functional player on the team. Yes. And on that note, if you are watching from YouTube, please hit that like button for us and subscribe if you wish. If you're on Facebook, flip over to YouTube. It's in the link of the Facebook post. And hit that like and subscribe button or hit the thumbs down. It's free. Either way, we would be much obliged and much appreciated. Michael Underwood from YouTube. What's up, brother? Said they got to start our drafted quarterback because if you pick him second overall, any player should be playing, not sitting. We haven't had many quarterbacks that was picked in the first round since 1967. Only had 7 out of 27. That's a good point. I don't want to pick a guy at 2 and have him sit. That's just me. I really don't. Yam says Washington is a far different team now than RG3 was here. That's the point. It's not the same. It's not the same team. Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to say. But Yam said it better gracefully than I did. Says we can't have a backup quarterback starting. If that was the case, we should have kept Sam Howell as a backup. It can help more than Mariota. Yeah, I think Sam's more capable than Mariota. But clearly, they want a backup. And this is kind of fulfilling my personal dreams about having a backup who's just a backup. Then you have a starter. No one's screaming. Who's going to scream for Marcus Mariota to start? I can't think of anyone. If you do, then you probably need a CT scan and get your brain checked because I don't see it. I don't see it. But Michael Underwood, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Next topics. Let's talk about Jay Gruden. So RG3 and Jay Gruden, everyone's talking about the Washington Commanders. But Jay Gruden up next is now talking about what he thinks the Washington Commanders should do with the number 2 overall pick. If you haven't heard it, you might be surprised at what you think he should do. And I'm going to go ahead and share this with you guys and get your thoughts because I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say.
If you're the Commanders, GM, today, in the draft is today.
Can you guys hear that audio first and foremost?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Who are you drafting at quarterback?
Caleb Williams going number 1.
Caleb Williams is going number 1.
Right now, I'd probably say Jayden Daniels.
Whoop,
Drake
whoop.
will try to be more of a project, probably a little bit more of an upside. Jayden, if you want to start a guy right now and have some explosive plays early, Jayden's an exciting guy. He can let it rip down the field. I do worry about his ability to stay healthy. He's a thinly built guy, and he does take a lot of hits. That's what big concern I have with Jayden, but he's talented as hell.
Whoa. Bet you didn't see that one coming there, ladies and gentlemen. Those in the chat, tee it up. What do you think about Gruden's comments about saying that the Commanders should draft Jayden at number 2? He's worried about him taking a lot of hits. Drake May's more of a project. So
I'm
in the
speaking
chat,
for-
let us know how you feel.
Speaking for Todd, I think he says he's right.
So Todd, I want to hear
I'm
Todd
behind.
say that Jay
think
Gruden
ran
is an
Todd off.
extremely
As president of the Todd Singles fan club, as specified below, I have, on behalf of Todd, I would like to say that I agree with Jay Gruden.
You really do.
Now, I'm his,
I have not
attorney.
faltered. Jayden Daniels still my QB1. My heart wants Drake May. My brain tells me Jayden Daniels, and
My
I'm
client has no
sticking to that.
comment right now.
Phil, let's start with you. What do you think about Jay's comments stating that the Commander should go with Jayden Daniels at 2? Todd's going to kill me. Go ahead.
Well, goddamn, I think that the Commanders should have Jayden Daniels, because he reminds me a lot of Colt McCoy. Because Colt McCoy, I just love watching him take his cup off in the locker room. Oh wait, I'm sorry, wrong decade. I think
your son Ryan Grant? You mean your other son Ryan Grant?
Jay Gruden.
Oh,
no, that's the thing. Do we really want to trust Jay? He fought Kirk Cousins because he wanted Colt McCoy to be our starting quarterback. And this is a man whose opinion you're going to take.
Is that actually what happened to this?
Yes, it was such a fight. Like, the only reason he couldn't is because he had zero pull with his own coaching staff, his own front office. People don't remember this because it's one of those things that just kind of gets lost to the dustbin of history. He really, really thought Colt McCoy was a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins. And he stated as much. But we all knew Kirk was better, including Sean McVay. By the time Sean McVay left, Kirk had proven himself that Jay didn't have an argument. But look, and here we go. Damn, right here. See, everyone thinks I'm the only one who says this. But there, Yam, he did. I remember him saying that. Phil is right. Thank you, Yam.
Phil is right.
Yeah.
That's what we like to see.
This is the thing that's like a lot of people forget, and I get it. I'm talking about stuff that was said a decade ago. But this is the stuff that when you listen to this man's opinion, these are the things you have to bear in mind.
Yeah. I think Yam's comment right here is
this is a man who fought his own success.
Yeah. Brandon says don't want to get him hurt early on either, but as long as the O-line works out, go. Mobility is key. Yam's comment right here, though. Both Jay and Ron said Jayden, so we should go May.
Timmy
And I respect Ron.
Timothy Callaway, thank you for joining us. I don't think we've seen you before, Timothy. Tim, thank you for joining us, man. Drake May is coming to city near you.
That comment.
Do you really trust Ron and Jay on a roster decision? Oof.
Here's the thing. I did have Jayden Daniels as my number 2. The more and more I go back and watch tape, the more and more that's starting to shift. I may about have Drake May over Jayden Daniels. I have some issues with Drake too. I don't think he's nearly as much of a project as people say he is. Like I said, the issues I have with Jayden are some significant issues too. I still say that above all, if you can get Caleb Williams, get Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, the best quarterback in this draft. Period. End of story. There's no question. That's why there's no rumors of Chicago taking Jayden Daniels number 1. There's no rumors of Chicago taking Drake May, and there damn sure ain't no rumors of Chicago taking JJ McCarthy number 1. But everybody, no, that's not happening.
We're gonna talk about that in the next topic, Phil.
I know.
Yeah, if they take JJ McCarthy, man, look, Phil's gonna cover. Phil is gonna give y'all free access to his OnlyFans, Husky Muscle. and Steve will sing karaoke country music. If we pick McCarthy, that's all gonna happen.
If we pick McCarthy, I don't care who we pick. I think a lot of these guys will be fantastic. I know that's pretty rare.
Though, do you think McCarthy's gonna be fantastic?
I think a lot of these quarterbacks, if Peters continues the vision, I think they would be pretty successul here. So I'm not going to be mad at who they pick.
Like successful, okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
If they
get JJ at 2, this fan base is going to have a meltdown.
JJ McCarthy at 2. There will be live Ari Kari on X.
Oh, you'll have to.
And here's the thing. I've gone back and I've kind of reevaluated. I thought JJ McCarthy was bum sauce. All right. And that's usually because that's my default position on any quarterback from Michigan. Except Tom Brady. I actually thought Tom Brady was good coming out of Michigan. Go figure. But at the same time, no one sees him as a number 2. Number 20? People can buy it. Number 2, people aren't going to buy it.
Right. So if you trade back, then maybe.
Then you get some draft capital, and then it's not. The blow is a little softened.
But you need to get like real draft capital. Like you need
to get out of there with all Tam Bowers. Yeah, but all Tam Bowers out of this shit. Dude.
How far down? Like they're talking about the Vikings, right? The Vikings have the 11th pick.
Oh no.
The 11th. Is 11th too far down? Plus you probably get like a second. That would be 3 seconds. If you pull that off.
I mean, you better give me a 2025 first.
No, they got 2 first round picks. They traded that, right? To get 2 first round picks with the 5th pick or some shit. Minnesota did.
They have nothing's been. There's been no official trade yet.
Oh, I thought they traded 2. I thought they had 2 picks in the first round, and they're trying to trade up even higher, or they just did.
No, I'm not tracking. Not tracking, son. If it did happen, then I'm not familiar. Did it happen? But
I may have smoked some of the devil's lettuce.
Smoke weed every day.
Come on, it wouldn't be a.
In other news, the sun rose in the east this morning.
That's right. Yes. Water is wet. Also, I've heard.
Water is wet. So yeah, I think that's the takeaway is. Yes, I like Jay Gruden. I know Dev does too, but I think we're kind of in the minority here. David Harrison.
Man, you like we're the majority.
Well, majority of this podcast. Phil is anti.
What?
My dislike for Jay Gruden is worth 3 people right there. So,
I had a quick 10-minute fill in on the Burgundy Zone this evening, and they had David Harrison on. He's from Locked On Commanders, and I guess before he was all big on Drake, and like Yam was saying, he recently just flipped from Jayden to Drake too. So. I don't know. I don't know. We talked about this last week about a potential insider rumor that the whole reason why Sam Howell was traded was because Drake was the guy. So we'll see how it plays out. I don't know. Brandon says I think he's somewhat right about JD. Hope we'll learn that hits might be a little more vicious in the big leagues. I just want to see what his pro day. What he weighs in at his pro day. That's what I'm looking for.
Pro day measurements tend to be
I'm not worried about that. The nigga don't play till September. I ain't worried about that either.
So if he comes in at 220 on pro day, he's actually 210, just so you know.
But if they would, I guess my question is, so Kyle told me today from the Burgundy Zone that Caleb Williams came in at the combine 6'2" and something. At his own pro day, he came in at 6'1" and 7'8". Some weird measurement. And I guess the question was,
he was 6'1" and some weird measurement at the combine too.
Yeah. Then he came in at 6'2" at his own pro day today. So the question is like, how do you
don't play football with no shoes on, bro.
You take off about a half inch in height or maybe an inch, and then you take off a couple pounds if it's somebody who needs to gain weight. If it's somebody who needs to lose weight, add a couple pounds. Right.
No, they just
Jayden comes in
with no shoes
now.
on.
What's funny is that if Jayden comes in, he's 215. I'm going to laugh because that really means he's like 205.
Yeah,
I said it'd be funny if he shows up pro day totally didn't even bother with it and weighs in at 199.
Yeah. Yeah. Tia likes
would be
Drake
fun.
May. Tia loves Drake May. Yam says it's like Mel Kiper, dude is right 1 out of 30 times, and people think he's a genius.
I think
Yes.
it should be Daniels, but I think it's going to end up being Drake May. I just feel like it just feels way too safe. It feels way too safe not to pick Drake May. And you got rid of Hal. Maybe they want him on the same team. We don't know.
We don't know. This is all speculation. That's all.
I'm just saying, man.
I will say this. I will say this. We've heard rumblings that was the case from
can't release that
different sources.
But no, I think the only reason I think it could happen is because it makes no sense to purchase a more expensive backup quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like you had
than Sam Howell was.
Yeah, Sam Howell was better than him and way cheaper than him. So it's like if you were planning on getting a quarterback,
that's all I'm saying.
Why would you pick up your boy?
That's
Why would you pick up Mariota? You could have had a cheaper, probably better at this point, Howell, who is still developing, who's going to be even more developing as a backup. I understand the reasons you wouldn't, because you don't want people yelling for Howell when the new rookie makes a mistake.
They don't care about that.
Nigga, them are the breaks, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can pay all the money to compete and win your goddamn job. You can beat Sam Howell. You shouldn't have got picked number 1 anyways, bro. So
I will say this hot take: Sam Howell starting in Seattle by the end of the season.
Oh, 100%. I agree. About week 5, nigga.
And I'm a Geno fan. I 100%, 1,000% agree with that.
They'll start Geno to start the season because they got to justify that stupid contract they gave him. Which they
got a new coach. That motherfucker might start tomorrow. They did the same. You remember where they picked up? What's the boy they picked up from the Raiders? He was supposed to start. And then Russell Wilson came in as a 5th round or 4th round.
Matt with his face.
They got him from the
Matt Flynn.
Packers.
Yeah, but they gave him that big ass money in that trade. They traded everything to pick him up.
Yeah.
And they was like, you know what? This guy's better. So don't surprise. It wouldn't surprise me if they just said, hey, man, Hal's going to beat him. That's what they did to Geno, kind of.
Pete Carroll.
That's how they went with Geno, kind of like that, man. Yeah. Like, hey, man, Geno's winning this. And gave him the job.
That was Drew Lock. That wasn't exactly over, a bona fide starter. Same with Matt Flynn. They gave Matt Flynn a big contract over 1 game.
Yeah.
Sam Howell has more big games in his career than Matt Flynn did.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
And I want to focus on Yam's comment here. Here's the thing, like I said before, roll with whoever. I will roll with and support whoever Peters and company go with. And like Michael Underwood said before, we kind of hit it on this. Backup quarterbacks in the history of the NFL always better than QB1, especially here in Washington, right? That's what we do. But all I'm asking is for this fan base, regardless of what camp you're in, support this dude, right? This is the first time I'm talking about to the people watching this show, all 70 people or whoever is watching the stream right now. Don't get into your camp. Yes, it's cool to do it now, but once we get our guy, he's our guy, and it's not. It's going to be that guy and Marcus Mariota. So you got slim pickings. So just support the dude. Don't ask for him to fail just because he wasn't your guy, Todd. But if he is your guy, hey, great. That's all I'm saying.
I can't wait to you on the pod on the draft night. Just because
Todd will be there.
Just because. What if they don't take him? I want to see the meltdown, bro. Is it going to be epic? Or I want Daniels too, by the way. So if they don't take Daniels, the shit talking Todd's going to say, dog. The shit talking Todd is going to do when they pick Todd Samuels, dog.
If
we all win.
Draft Jayden Daniels,
bro. If Jayden Daniels,
we don't draft Jayden Daniels for the first time in Command This podcast history, a grown man will cry.
Oh my God, man! I bet he walks off. I bet he walks off.
He will shut off his screen, and we'll be like, "Oh, he ain't gonna cry in the car."
He gonna cry in the car.
I bet he walks off. No, I don't think. I think he's got guts, bro. I'm the president of the fan club. My client, by the way, has no comment. By the way,
no comment.
No, he left.
He'll be back. Todd's a support. Todd's a good guy. You guys, we give Todd a hard time.
Now, Todd, I'm texting right now. He says to me that I speak for him on all matters. Jayden Daniels, and he says that Jayden Daniels is a shoe-in to be a Washington Commander. That's what he says.
Okay, fair enough. Ryan says trade to the Vikings for their 11th and 23 and pick up Michael Penix.
Fuck out of here.
He also says Jay Gruden's the man.
I like Jay Gruden too. I'm a Louisville guy. I'm biased, but I do like Jay Gruden.
Yeah, Yam's on it. We need to pick at 2. How often do we get a chance to get a potential quarterback without having to sell the farm? This is a once in a long ass time. So I'm with you, Yam.
Look, honestly, if we get Jayden Daniels, I'm fine with it. I say that because I just pick on I pick at him more because he has the hive. I hate unearned hives. And when I say unearned, yes, he won the Heisman, all sorts of stuff. Yeah. He hasn't done anything in the NFL. All right. Yeah. It's just like Heineke had the Heineke hand humpers. And
there you go.
So, and I thought, and that bothered me because it's like it's an irrational love of somebody who hasn't done anything for you yet, or has not done enough to earn that stonewall defense that people put up about them. All right, I get it, dude. Super athletic, he's talented. Threw for 4,000, ran for 2,000. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, but I see the flaws in this game too, and I'm like,
oh, they all got flaws, but I'm taking Caleb's.
They all got flaws.
Not Caleb's flaws, but Jayden's. I'm almost at the point where I'd rather have Jayden than fucking Caleb, and it's only because I know somewhere along the line it's gonna be a headache, man. There's something gonna be a fucking headache, man. I can just see it happening, but I think Caleb has proved to me so far the bigger talent, man. So I would. My first prospect is Caleb, but there's a lot of trepidation, in my opinion, on picking Caleb, man. I just feel like it's going to be coming with a lot of extra shit, dog. You ever just had a fine-ass girlfriend, just like, man, she's just too much, bro. She wants to buy too much shit. She wants to go out way too much. She wants to be seen and wants to be doing ignorant shit way too much. That's what it feels like, man.
Too high-priced.
Right. Way too just, not even the money. It's just the point. It's like, just want to play Xbox.
I got people who say that's how I am.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Are you the hot chick?
No.
Tim Calloway says low-key there's been a shit to some of the beat reporters when guessing, in air quotes, who would get drafted to us at 2. JD a few months ago. Drake May more so now. That's what happens, man. Thomas Millen, thank you for joining us as well. You don't have to worry about crying. There's no crying in football, man. No crying in baseball. Mr. Titan, what's up, Mr. Titan? Our fellow content creator out in Tennessee. Not in Tennessee, for the Tennessee Titans. Go check out Mr. Titan. Says, what's up, boys? Hope y'all been good. Y'all have Marcus Mariota. Yes,
Mr. Titan is what they call him in the football field and in the streets and the sheet, by the way,
and in the bed, in the bedroom.
That's right. Mr. Titan.
Marcus Mariota's origin story was Tennessee, right? Wasn't he drafted? He was drafted in Tennessee. There you go. So you can give us all the dirt on our QB2. Tennessee. That was my ringtone for a long time. I switched back.
It's funny because I remember people in this fan base wanted Marcus Mariota a couple years ago to be our number 1, and I always thought that was odd.
I didn't think he was going to fall off like he did, man. And I really thought Chip Kelly was going to sell the farm for Marcus Mariota coming out, but he went with
Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Yo, I saw a highlight video of Carson Wentz pre-backbreaking.
Oh, that nigga was dope.
The dude was doing Pat Mahomes shit before Pat Mahomes was the shit.
That year they won Super Bowl when he got hurt, he was the MVP of the year.
Oh my gosh! I saw a highlight reel. I was like, holy shit.
These people were like, oh, they're comparing May to Wentz. I'm like, shit, Wentz was a hell of a fucking prospect, bro. You tripping.
You know who he can thank for that? Ryan Kerrigan. Ryan Kerrigan broke that dude's vertebrae. Changed his career forever on the goal line. He was about to score.
Yeah, I remember
Kerrigan.
I bet you that was an odd first.
I remember like the play before where he just
Carson Wentz walked in the locker room and Ryan Kerrigan's right over there as assistant defensive line.
Hey, coach. Hey, coach. Like, you broke my back.
I was going to the Hall of Fame.
Bitch.
I think Wentz got some talent. He's in the right spot if he stay with the Rams, man.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Didn't they get a backup quarterback though? Didn't they just pick somebody else?
The Rams?
Yeah, like a quarterback.
There's a Jimmy G signed elsewhere.
Yeah, Jimmy
G. No, he's out. No, Jimmy G's in LA. He's in LA.
Yeah, that's who he is. Okay,
Yeah.
I knew they got somebody.
Yam says Daniels played on a semi-pro team. Drake played on a JV squad and got bumped to varsity early. Yeah, the talent. You have to look at talent level. People keep dismissing it.
As
2 first-round
ACC
wide receivers. That's a big deal.
As an ACC fan, also, man, there's no comparison to the SEC. Also, he played against defensive talent every game.
Yeah,
Most of the guys USC played against are now like doing podcasts and doing taxes and shit. That's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, but you can't helmet scout because that's what people did with Ohio State quarterbacks for the longest time. And look at CJ Stroud.
I feel the exact same way about the Big Ten too. They don't produce any fucking quarterbacks.
Wait, hold on. You like Justin Fields? He's Ohio State.
Yeah, I like him, but I'm saying, is he good?
No, there's statistical data.
6th-round pick, bro.
There is no quarterback university. There's no QBU. It is spread amongst many. Actually, the current stats lead towards the Pac-10 being quarterback U for the most recent.
Except for Louisville.
It is spread out wide, like women when Mr. Titan.
Nobody has more MVPs in the NFL than Louisville. So I'm going Louisville is quarterback U, motherfucker. We got 3 MVPs of the league at quarterback. No one else has any close to us, bro. Louisville. QBU.
All right. Next up, Jordan Schultz on Twitter says Michigan quarterback JJ McCarthy visited the Giants last week, which included dinner with the front office and a tour of the facility. The Commanders are flying out to Ann Arbor, Michigan to have dinner Thursday night with JJ McCarthy the night before his pro day.
Oh, shit, JJ.
So the pro day is tomorrow. That's per multiple sources. So just keep that on the back burner. I'll be at work. And so for those who work from home or you don't got a job, hey, watch his pro day and report back to us next Thursday or Monday and let us know how he does. But is there anything to make of this? Chat, let us know. Is there anything to make of this? Commanders having dinner, or is this just more due diligence?
Bro, personally, if I'm Adam Peters, if I'm the coaching staff, I'm taking advantage of visiting every prospect and having dinner with them, with every single one, because hey, it's free Ruth's Chris on the expense account.
Yeah,
right?
Why not? Why not? Corporate account. Hey, Deluxe, thank you for joining. Just got in. Did I miss any quarterback talk? Hey, we're still going.
A little bit, Deluxe. A little
bit. Greg Delaney says, I must start a Drake May Stan Club. There you go.
Do it.
Yam says possible smokescreen. Chat, what do you think about Commanders going to have dinner with JJ McCarthy? A couple months ago, JJ McCarthy you never heard him in conversations at 2. I know this is part of due diligence. That's exactly why we call this episode due diligence, spelled properly, not on the agenda tab. So I take my hits for that one. But McCarthy at 2, it doesn't sit right with me. McCarthy at 2 does not sit right with me. McCarthy at anything else outside of like top 5, depending on the haul you could get, I could be okay with. But McCarthy at 2 does not sit right with me. And maybe this is in preparation for we get an offer we can't refuse.
If we end up with a bunch of firsts and seconds and thirds, if we end up with like an RG3 deal.
Yeah. Tim says, Tim Callaway, more due diligence. Plus, you never know if some team offers it some huge package. Yes. Never heard that before, but you never know. You could get some huge package from a team and trade up and go down. So pause for, I lost my balls. There we go. Lost my balls.
You lost.
All right, Yam. Appreciate you, Yam. We'll catch you on the flip, man. Deluxe says, if they didn't turn over every Rocket quarterback and miss on one, imagine how fans would react. Yes. True story. Until then, they had the benefit of the doubt. At least for me, they had the benefit of the doubt. They're doing all the homework. The question is, are we going to see them go to any other quarterback? So we know they're going to go to May. We know they're going to go to JJ. We know they're going to go to Jayden. They're at Caleb's. Are we going to see them put this show on for anyone else? Penix, Bo Nix? Are we going to see them do the same thing for those two?
I would definitely be checking out Penix. I'm sorry. I think that this kid is the sleeper of this quarterback group. A lot of people, because of the knee injuries, are so scared to even consider him. I think Penix is super polished.
Big Penix energy.
His pure passing ability. All right. And I'm not the biggest fan of lefties. So I always feel like that lefties don't have a fully polished passing motion outside of a handful over the years, like a
Right.
Steve Young or somebody like that. And Steve Young was well into his pro career before he became a polished passer, right? Penix is that guy. And I think that he could become, kind of like a Russell Wilson, the guy that people they draft, some team drafts, and then he all of a sudden develops into a pro starter and sees some Pro Bowls, maybe even sees a title at some point in his career. I could see that with Penix. Now, Penix can't go to a rock bottom team, but if he goes to a team that's maybe got a budding core and he develops along with it, I think that could happen. Really do.
Yeah.
Quote,
I really do. I really do.
Oh man, remnants of Ronnie.
Brandon says, means nothing for real, but meet all prospects because you never know what can happen. Greg Delaney says, Penix is great. We love
Penix.
Penix. Tim Calloway says, Penix sack to pressure percentage is insanely good.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
we've gone over that before.
Greg, how long have you been in love with Penix?
Release, dude. It's and I'm going to hype Penix because I don't feel like enough people are. And he needs it because honestly, you take away the injuries, he's challenging Caleb Williams for that number one spot in this draft.
So you're telling me right now you're jacking Penix up?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you want to phrase it that way, you can go right ahead.
How long have you been in love with Penix?
There's anything wrong with that?
How long have you been in love with Penix? Penix always been your number one prospect?
Penix has been my number two prospect.
What sold me was his performance at the end of the season in that first playoff game. It was fun to watch, man. He threw some lasers. But at the time, because I didn't really watch him like closely, I didn't know all his injury history. So he's one of those guys for me. If they come back into the first round, I'd be okay with it. Like they did with Lamar, towards the bottom of the first.
Yeah.
I'd be okay.
I like Uncle Penix, dog. Ain't gonna lie.
Uncle Penix,
bro.
Michael Underwood.
Penix got a different swag about him.
He looks like Silk the Shocker.
Talk a little bit like Still too.
The guy who sings off track of his own track. I know, but back then it was just like, what are you doing? You're singing. You're about a millisecond too late off your own original dub.
Penix, if you listen to him talk, that he would walk up to your chick in the club and just say some really foul shit.
What you gonna say? I'm gonna make him say, nah.
Right now I'm eating potatoes. Come from my lyrical labor. Silk Shocker has some dope lines though. He had some dope lines.
No, he did not.
Line, by the way.
1, 2, 3. Silk and G. I know the rap game like I know ABC.
I mean, Mystical bailed him out on most of his tracks, anyways. Thank God.
And I make him say, nah. Don't trip when I bust your shit. I'm gonna say, nah.
I hang with it. I do my thing with it.
Bang, I do it a whole gang with niggas. I guess I remember it, so I did the job. You know what I'm saying? I gotta
the worst part is Dev's flow was better than Silk's, and he's
it was pretty bad.
Silk.
Yeah, pretty bad. Michael Underwood says any player that is picked in the first round to me is a starter. Sitting him and allowing a backup to play while the rookie sits is not the answer. Yes, I think you said the same thing earlier. Right? Good point. Absolutely. Go ahead, Phil.
No, it's just Michael's right. I mean, if you draft him in the first round, he's got to be a starter. Hell, I think in many positions on a football team, you draft a guy in the second round, he should be a starter. Offensive line, you should be able to find a starter potentially in the third round even. Yeah. Not as likely, but if you draft a guy in the third round, the intention should be for him to start within a year.
Come draft night, we're gonna have to think of a couple things. We need to come up with like some sound effects for each big name, and then maybe a drinking game.
Tia has considered Penix.
Yeah, I've considered Penix, but I take Drake first. Drake.
A lot of women take Drake over everyone.
Yep. Okay, moving on to more Commanders news. Free agent signings. The team has signed a few more players here. We signed our own Cornelius Lucas. He's listed as a left tackle, who I really like. I'm glad we signed Cornelius Lucas. I don't know the terms, but he's back. So it looks like we have a utility guy on the line. Cornelius Lucas did not play terrible last year, so I'm okay with that. We signed Mike Davis, the cornerback from the Chargers, who was not really good. Not that good. We did sign another cornerback from Dallas,
Michael Davis has started 70 some of 100 games.
I know he has. He's just not that good of a cornerback. I don't think we like upgraded the position. I'm pretty sure he's like a depth guy. He's probably like cornerback 4. You know what I mean? Which is fine.
You'll see
It's
some
fine.
playing time. He's a guy you could definitely throw into a rotation.
I just know he got burned a lot last year. We signed cornerback from Dallas. I'm going to butcher this last name. Noah Igbenogany. I'm probably butchering that.
Inyunashi. I don't know.
We re-signed Jamison Crowder, which was a 1-year deal. And then we recently just signed James Pierre from Pittsburgh, cornerback. I believe he's a special teamer, which is good.
By the way, Igbenogany, I think is how it's pronounced.
Igbenogany. Okay, so we signed James Pierre, cornerback, Pittsburgh, special teams. Cornelius Lucas, right now starting left tackle, but probably not going to be starting. Cornerback Michael Davis from the Chargers. Noah Igbenogany from Dallas, and then Jamison Crowder, 1-year deal.
You know, his father's first name is Festus, which is awesome.
Festus for the rest of us. Yes. Tim Calloway says you only need one sound effect. It's Drake. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna find a sound effect for Drake. We're gonna find a sound effect for
the only sound. If we draft Drake May, we gotta get a God's plan sounder somewhere in here.
God's plan,
because it's God's plan for him to be our starting quarterback, right?
Yep.
Right.
Brandon Cole said, yes, a drinking game for sure. So maybe in the next couple, if you're still in the chat here with us, there's 70, 80 folks in here. Think of some cues for a little game we'll play on draft night, and we'll make it fun. Yam says, I'm back now. I had to say goodbye to announce it to my students. I appreciate the dedication, Yam. You're here with us, but we'll have you stateside back here pretty soon. So we signed those free agents. We're happy to have some of those guys. They're all depth guys, and no one's probably going to make a huge impact, at least off the cuff. And then Austin Ekeler had his official signing this week, and he had his press conference. So if you did watch it, it was pretty good. I'm happy he's on this team. We talked about this before, but after watching his press conference, which we're not going to go over, it was just good to see, him on the up and up. He's excited. He's a workout monster. Have you seen his videos of him working out? It's just insane. But
Jerry Rice mentality.
Yeah, so in 2019, 557 yards, 3 scores. He's undrafted, by the way. 2021, 900 yards, 25 touchdowns. Caught 177 balls for 13 touchdowns. That was his 2022 year. And he had a couple injuries last year, but he still rushed for 628 yards and 5 scores and still caught 51 balls. Still caught 51 balls. He had an ankle injury that he just couldn't bounce back from in the beginning of the season. So I'm happy to see Austin Ekeler here. I think he's going to be a pretty good change of pace back for the Commanders. But, you guys in the chat, what do y'all think about Austin Ekeler real quick?
I love Austin.
I got Eckler's workout routine right in front of me.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, send that to me, dog.
Yeah, just so I can laugh at it and not do it.
No, I want to see it for real.
I'll tell you what, though, it's very, very Jim Bro-ish.
It's like back and
He does a 4-day split, boys, Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
All right, and so he does Monday leg day. God, I hate this guy already. Now. Half hour of dynamic stretching. Then you got back squats, heavy squats, leg press, hamstring curls, and walking lunges with dumbbells.
Yeesh.
Tuesday, upper body, dynamic warm-up of 30 minutes. Then you have weighted pull-ups, barbell rows, lateral raises, lat pull-downs, and deadlifts. Wednesday is arms and chest.
Wow.
Arms and chest. He does light warm up with that. Then he goes barbell curls, bench press, chest flies, and dumbbell curls. Dumbbell flies and then chest dumbbell curls. Legs and core workout on Thursday. You got light warm up, leg press, calf raises, back squats, hamstring curls, and then he does a 15-minute high intensity ab mix. And then Friday he just runs. He does sprints, and every hour he runs his sprints. He runs 12 miles each hour. Just
12 miles of sprints.
Yes.
My
I ain't run 12
goodness.
miles of sprint, so I ran like literally 8 miles a day in college for track.
He does power
five
cleans.
in the morning. At 5 in the morning.
He does power cleans with 225 pounds, and he'll do like 4 to 6 reps at that weight.
Dog.
He does heavy squats. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at a video of him benching 3 plates. You know, this guy. This
insanity.
This guy's. I actually was this. I like Austin Ekeler even more because as a guy who likes to lift heavy himself, that I love seeing that.
It's morphin' time.
Let's go, Austin Ekeler. I think I'm happy to have him in our on our team. Thomas Millen says he's already proven best quality. Yam says we're gonna have a decent backfield overall. Ekeler was the only free agent running back I wanted us to pursue. Tia says Austin will be a great help to the running backs room because right now I think it's just B-Rob, Austin Ekeler, and Chris Rodriguez. I think that's the only people on the contract. I don't think Jared Patterson's still on the contract. So Tim Calloway says, love him. Really good safety net for a rookie quarterback, just like he was for Herbert. And okay, so Tim, let's tease that out a little bit, as they say, like in the Army. Let's tease that out a little bit. A good safety net for a rookie quarterback, just like he was for Herbert. Austin Ekeler and Herbert meshed well, right? They did. Ekeler was a great outlet for Herbert to go through. Who are people comping Drake May to? They're saying he's another Justin Herbert. Has anyone ever equated that? Ekeler,
Drizzy.
You know what I mean? Like, no.
Drizzy.
Ekeler was a great outlet for Herbert. People, Drake May's another Justin Herbert who's never won anything. Great. I'd still kill for Justin Herbert's skills to be on this team. I know he hasn't won anything. Todd Samuel. Todd's still here. Adam Peters and DQ got it planned. That's right. And we don't know that plan.
You only compare them because they're both tall and white. That's the only reason I compare them. They never compare white quarterbacks with black quarterbacks. Like
people say Drake May and Sam Howell are the same just because they wear the same uniform.
If a white quarterback came out and they compare him to Randall Cunningham, we'd have race riots in the streets.
That would be a dope comparison. That would be dope.
At least, Daniel, what's his name? Danny Dimes.
Yeah. That's right. Ryan says
they call him vanilla.
Ryan says, I don't know if Todd is calling us pussies or drafting one. I'm offended. I don't know. Therefore, I am offended.
LSU Tigers, bro.
Are those tigers or those cats? I can't.
They're tiger cubs.
Yeah. Todd says trading up for Brian Thomas. Imagine Terry, Brian Thomas, Jahan.
Jesus Christ! Why?
It's not worth the draft capital to trade to get a second first round pick to
Brian Thomas. Keon Coleman's going to be there.
Keon Coleman, Xavier Legette. Xavier Worthy is probably going to be there still. The burner, the John Ross 2.0 guy.
Well, I'd love to grab that guy, put him in the slot in the second pick in the second round.
But Dev, just like you said before, do we need more Scott Tots?
Imagine this.
Man, I would love that.
Jahan Dotson, Brian Thomas, all catching passes from Caleb Williams.
What do you think Brian Thomas is going to be in the second round?
I think he's going to be gone.
No, I'm trolling the shit out of Todd at this point.
Oh. Or Brian Thomas catching passes from Drake May. Oh, man. He would be pissed off every catch. Damn it.
I do like Jayden Daniels. I really do. I hate.
I really do. I really do.
Can't stand insane hives.
A couple of our players also got signed. Are available free agents. If you weren't tracking, I believe if I'm trying to remember this correctly, 2 Hill. He got signed by the Bills, by old Buffalo. Tell me,
I think.
Yeah, help me out. This is real. I don't have this prepped. I'm just trying to go off what I remember. 2 Hill got signed. You guys help me out. Who else got signed from the Commanders that we lost?
Lucas got to resign to us. We can talk about that.
We got Lucas.
Went to the Rams.
Cam Kerr went to the Rams. There was another player too that I believe I'm trying to.
By the way, Cam Kerr went for a lot less money than we anticipated he asked from us.
Way less. We were saying.
I told y'all. I told y'all, I said, man, you might get that dude for under 10, bro. You can get that dude for like
Way
7 or 8.
less.
So Curtis Samuel went to Buffalo as well.
There we go. Curtis Samuel.
Kendall Fuller went to Miami.
That's that Carolina Buffalo connection.
Antonio Gibson and Jacoby Brissett are now in New England.
Yes. There we go.
Joey Sly is now in Jacksonville.
Jax with the whole T-Law. Trevor
Zeke
Lawrence.
Charles is in Tennessee. And Cody Barton is now in Denver.
Yeah. That Cam Curl contract. Let me pull it up here real quick. I'm trying to see. It was like 2 years. Was it 2 years? 3 years?
8.75 million.
Yeah, it wasn't as much as we thought it might.
Oh
might have
man,
been.
did he ever settle?
Yeah.
Holy God!
But that just goes to show
I would
you
have
that.
brought him back for that. But then
Why?
again,
Yeah. Why didn't the team bring?
He is getting LA though.
again?
He is getting LA.
He is getting LA, but I think they probably also like Derek Forrest. They probably also like what Quan Martin. They probably like what they have, and they probably are already eyeing a
Jeremy Reeves
guy in the draft.
Jeremy Reeves does a lot of what can also do a lot of what Cam Curl does, and he's cheaper.
Yeah. Yam says the only players we should be trading up for after the number 2 pick is a franchise left tackle, followed by a D end, maybe a tight end. Deluxe, thank you for the assist. Tuhill, Gibson, Samuel, Curl, and Charles. Yep, Charles back on the team. Todd says grab tight end Jatavian Sanders in the 3rd. I like Sanders. I know Marcus Edelman's not with us tonight. It was big on Jatavian Sanders. He was also big on the tight end from Florida State, Jaheim Bell.
Just now, did Todd Samuel suggest someone that doesn't go to LSU? I literally almost choked when I read that.
There's no LSU tight ends in the draft? What? Ryan said he wished we kept Sack Tuhill. Look at you.
Yeah, I like Tuhill.
He would have been good depth. He would have been good depth.
Yeah, because if we hadn't picked up 3 guys that all play defensive end and 2 of them are depth guys.
Yeah.
If we hadn't have done that, I would have said yeah with Tuhill, but I think we overall upgraded that position even in the depth. So
yeah.
But I like Tuhill. I used to hate Tuhill, but I came around on him.
I like
Tuhill. Yep. Deluxe makes a good point. The safety market got reset by all the releases. There was a lot of good safeties that got released. Like think of Xavier McKinney, the Bills safety, Kevin Bard from Philadelphia, Darnell
Jordan
Savage,
Poyer.
all these guys, Jordan Poyer, all these guys got released into the wild.
Market value got absolutely just tanked.
And the market for those guys, their salaries weren't crazy high. So I don't know what made the salary for safeties go down, but I don't know.
It's the same thing happens in car sales. I'm going to use this as an example. You'll ever notice that there's certain cars that just when they're used, they go a lot cheaper than others.
Like Chargers.
A lot of times it's the ones that are sold to rental cars companies and corporate fleets. Because when the lease is up, it's flooded back into the market as used cars, which devalues your used car, which may be the same type. So if you have a Chevy Malibu, your Chevy Malibu loses a lot of value because of the fact that there's a million of them out there. Just like Cam Curl was going to command a higher price until there was a bunch of Cam Curls out there, a bunch of safeties.
Yeah, what gives?
As Deluxe said, supply and demand. This is economics 101 right here.
Yeah. Economics 101. That's it. That is it. Well, I think we've come to the end of the agenda items. Let's go ahead and bring in the little chill outro music. So yes, we talked about Caleb's Pro Day. We talked about what RG3 thinks Caleb should do. We talked about Jay Gruden saying we should draft Jaden Daniels. McCarthy. What do you say, Dev?
Kentucky lost to Oakland, and they're calling Colin Pryor the Doc Rivers of the NCAA.
Oh, I bet you my bracket is.
I will take him at Louisville. Fire him and bring him to Louisville.
Let me tell you something. Before the NIL, before the portal, John Calipari was great at getting the best college basketball players money could buy. But now you can't just buy the players because they can get their money anywhere.
That's right.
Moving the Banfield on their ass.
Yeah.
So college basketball, it's funny because college football, you're going to see dynasties. College basketball, you're going to see dynasties broken.
Thomas Millen says, "What's old Kool-Aid McKinstry looking like draft pick wise?" I don't know. I think before they were talking about he might be maybe not a first year starter. I'm not sure. I saw him first rounder. Then I saw him slip. PFF has him ranked as the Cooper DeJean's first, Kenyon Mitchell number 2, Nate Wiggins number 3, Terrion Arnold out of Alabama 4, Kool-Aid McKinstry 5th ranked cornerback out of Alabama on the PFF big board. He's 34.
He is, according to Next Gen Stats, he was among cornerbacks at the combine. He was ranked 2nd.
Okay.
Overall, with a production score of 83 and an athleticism score of 86. And his prospect grade is a 6.4, which means he will become a good starter within 2 years.
There you go. So there you go. Kool-Aid probably still go pretty high. Thomas said Kentucky and BYU are my only losses. Yeah, I'm
as a Kentucky native, go Louisville. Glad this happened.
Not doing very well at all.
Like watching the Cowboys lose. First round.
But I'm sure someone probably had Kentucky going all the way. That usually
a lot of people did. A lot of people did.
I did not, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
I'm still in last place in my.
Dick Vitale did.
Did he really?
Wah, wah. You got that sound effect?
Yeah, no.
Wah, wah, wah.
You mean this one? Oh, my buddy had Kentucky going all the way. I got Connecticut. I got Connecticut going all the way in mine.
You didn't get the Scooby-Doo sound effect, the little doom, 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 doom.
Well,
that's the
Scooby-Doo.
Used to the sad Hulk music. But Deb was doing the Price is Right.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, that's it. Price is
Deluxe
Right.
said Gruden's comment was based on early success. Harrison Group have been preaching long-term success. It doesn't align. And that's a good point, right? Are they going for the now, or are they building this team? Is it an iterative process where they want to get the people, put them in place, and like by year 3, bam, we're optimal. So that's why you're not going to go out. They didn't go out and spend. We signed 12 people and we still have 60 million cap space left. We didn't go out and sign any of the biggest free agents because why would you do that? Because you're not projected to be competitive the first year. So I think you're on something here with that, which is why it might kind of align. I keep saying this with maybe some Drake May. Maybe they are not in the 1 year. We're looking at 2 year, 3. So I don't know. Brian says, y'all think this smoke with Stephon Diggs coming as fire? No, I don't think there's anything to that.
No, that gets rumored all the time for some reason.
Almost every year, because he has roots here and he's from Maryland. He went to University of Maryland. He went to school at Good Counsel, which is not too far from me. But it would be cool if Steph came here. But why?
He is our Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I mean, I got 2 nieces. I got 2 nephews and a niece, I should say, that went to Good Counsel as well. So yeah.
Why would you pay him and Terry almost the exact same amount of money? Don't make sense. If you're gonna make Stephon, okay, give her to Terry. But we're not gonna give her to Terry. So
you ain't gotta do that. You got $60-something million.
Thomas Millen has Longwood taking it all.
Longwood University.
True story. I was accepted to Longwood.
That's where all.
They said I measured up.
There was a lot of good.
That's why you like Penix.
Longwood was where all the parties were. That's where all the guys wanted to go. To Longwood because
there's nothing. Okay, Longwood
like
is in Farmville, Virginia. It's in the middle of nowhere, but it's an hour from Richmond, so you can get up to Richmond if you want to go party for the weekend, or you can just party on campus because there's nothing else to do. I got accepted to Longwood. I almost went, but I was like, I just do 2
Longwood sounds like a gay strip club. It looks like one of those clubs they accidentally walk into on Police Academy. What it feels like.
And they got all the people in the leather.
That's what I
Thank
feel
you.
like.
Yeah.
They walked into.
Like
But yeah,
I feel like you don't want to light. I feel like you don't want to like black light your shoes when you leave a place called.
It just splooge
but
everywhere.
Longwood does play tomorrow night. Right after that, JMU plays Wisconsin. See, these are the teams from Virginia that should be in the tournament, not UVA. UVA got put into the play-in game, and just their offense was a crime against humanity, and they kept Indiana State out. I don't understand that. But hey, shout out to JMU's men's basketball team, 30-3 this season,
Good for them.
and they're playing Wisconsin tomorrow.
Did
And
McNeese?
I hope they
McNeese
beat
lost.
Wisconsin's ass.
Yep.
Look, I used to work in Harrisonburg. I still live near Harrisonburg. I am going to pull for JMU because when JMU does well, the city's rocking. All right, and it's always a great feeling. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be pulling for JMU tomorrow night.
Yeah. There you go. Bracket March Madness is upon us. Thank you for all those who tuned in, and thank you for Brandon and Ryan for the super chats, man. We won't forget that. Much appreciated. Well, it depends if we're back Monday or not. I think we'll be back Monday. We will see. Chances are probably high we'll be back Monday. I think we might do a little mock draft action on Monday just to see, given what we have in free agency and how we can we're not really being to the mock drafts all here, but why not? We'll do an interactive mock draft and see where we all stand and see who we all pick. So I think we might do that Monday. So please stay tuned. Thank you for all that tuned in. Like I said before, you can catch this podcast on the replay on any of your audio podcast platforms. And of course, YouTube is our flagship platform. So if you're on Facebook, please flip over to YouTube and hit that like and subscribe button for us. We greatly appreciate it. But we'll be back for sure Monday or Thursday of next week. Like I said, tune in for the mock draft coming up from us. But fellas, any parting shots before we go? Phil.
Shout out to everybody fighting all the damn forest fires down my way.
Crazy. And the wind's been insane. It's been madness.
Yesterday it was really nuts, but there are fires all up and down the Blue Ridge. There's one actually, I was watching it creeping down the mountain, heading towards my town. So hopefully they get that taken care of because they were evacuating whole communities up this way. And I'm like, great, the last thing I need to have it be evacuated. So
shout out to
all the firefighters fighting it. I know they're working in shifts. They're sending out like a couple departments from here, and then they rotate a different one from over here, and they're just going back and forth up there. So shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Tia, have a good night. Thank you very much. Dev says, thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Thomas Millen says, my little cousin does work at Longwood in field hockey. I had to represent him. All right. Brandon Cole says, peace out, guys. Let's fucking go, Washington Nation. That's right, man. That's right. Give you the air horn for that one. Deluxe, have a great weekend. You too, brother. Marcus, hey, fellas, later. Kentucky lost. Yes, brackets are trashed. They are trash. But that's okay. That's what March Madness is all about. That's how it works. There's always a Cinderella story, and I'm interested to see who else comes out. I really wanted McNeese State to win tonight, but they did not win. But that's okay. Deb, you have any shout outs?
That's two Kentucky boys in here that's glad Kentucky lost.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny you're in Kentucky and not fans of Kentucky, but I get it.
I'm a Louisville fan.
I know you're a Louisville fan.
Yeah, it's like Cowboys. We're happy to see those guys win. First round. Get out of here. Dak Prescott. Get out of here.
Shout out to everyone who joined us. Thank you so much. Like I said, we'll be back next week.
I downloaded the show on Xbox, which is fun. The new show. So if anybody wants some heat, I'm Pirates Skies on Xbox. I'll bust your ass with the Yankees.
Oh, MLB the show.
You need to get it. You got it. Don't just free, right? It's free on Xbox. I don't know how PlayStation games going to be free on Xbox. But
I don't know. I'll have to take a look, and I will let you know. I haven't played MLB the show since like.
The controls haven't changed.
17,
the
18.
Controls haven't changed.
Thumb up, thumb down to swing. Yeah,
okay. You can do it that way, or you can hit the buttons. They got a bunch of alternative options.
Okay, fair enough. I'll check it out, man. Maybe I'll have to get it on. Thomas Millen, thanks, brother. Appreciate it. All right, we're getting out of here. We'll catch you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll catch you guys on the flip. As always, peace and hail. We out.